Hello Taurus, welcome, it's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading, looking at your energies between the 11th to the 17th of April 2022 or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. It is a general reading, Taurus, so it will resonate with some, but it won't resonate with everybody. So please take what resonates with yourself. Alright, so we'll start with the energy oracle cards just to get some overall messages looking at your energies and see what the universe feels important for you to consider at this time. So what do we have for Taurus? 11th to 17th of April 2022 or thereabouts. What do we have for Taurus? Right, Taurus, first of all we've got walking away, number 27. So this is something about leaving something behind now, walking towards something new, something different. But an energy of needing to walk away from something first. Alright, so we'll see where this fits in. And number 38, fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. And the fourth chakra is your heart chakra, Taurus. So this is something to do with matters concerning the heart or your emotions. It could be concerning healing of the heart area also for some of you. All right. It could be connected with needing to walk away from something. So let's see. Okay, what do we have for Taurus, please? What do we have for Taurus to consider at this time? 11th to the 17th of April 2022 or thereabouts. What do we have for Taurus, please? What are the messages for Taurus? So we have the heart of your reading, Taurus, the root of the matter, past influences, what's on your mind at the moment, the future going forward, and then something else your guides would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck we have temperance. So this is about a need for patience, a need for moderation, a need to achieve balance. We have the planet of Jupiter in the background because temperance is the energy of Sagittarius, which is very much the go-getter, very much a fire energy. And sometimes Sagittarians, you know, in particular, as with all of the wand energies, they need to learn to calm down, to hold back, to hold fire for a while situation calms, while the situation evolves and balances out. Because Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So that's why it encourages the wands energies like Sagittarius, like Leo and Aries, you know, to go for it, to expand out, to be active. And of course, and that's why we have temperance here, which is about take your time, slow down, allow things to evolve naturally, be patient, allow healing also to come in for you. So I'll just put temperance to one side. And we'll clarify all of the cards on the table. So could we clarify all the cards on the table, please, for Taurus at this time? Clarify all of the cards on the table, please, for Taurus. we have a card that's jumped out. It's the Ace of Swords, and we look at it very quickly. The Ace of Swords, this is giving some very, very deep thought to a situation, thinking things through logically. It's definitely something new, something exciting, but it needs a lot of time and attention, mental time and attention being given to it to think things through. All right, so I'll just pop that back in, a little bit more of a shuffle. And that's perhaps why there's a need for temperance. At the bottom of the deck we have Strength, which is a Leo energy. And this is very much about you being strong now. You know, it's a time to draw on your inner strength, Taurus. We have here, you're very caring, very nurturing, looking after the lamb. You wear your heart on your sleeve sometimes. However, you've got an inner strength that you can draw on whenever the time is right. And this time is right for you, you know, to be strong, Taurus. All right, at the heart of your reading, we have, okay, we've got the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords, this is when you're feeling stuck in your mind, feeling trapped, can't think of a way forward. But it's almost like a voluntary entrapment, because to see a way forward it's a difficult thing. It may mean making a difficult decision or having to choose a certain way. And it's difficult, so you know you don't want to actually look at it. But it's going over and over in your mind, and it doesn't mean to say there's not good reason for you feeling like that. Of course there is. But until you're able to take this blindfold off and see clearly where you're going, then it's just going to keep going round and around in circles. And nothing will get resolved for you or within you. And it's to do with finances, the Ten of Pentacles. It's finances, work, career, business within a family situation. That's very promising, that's very abundant, that's all your needs are being met. But there's something that's troubling you. There's something troubling you about this situation within the family. Now at the root of this is the Queen of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands is very much, again, as I was saying before, about the Wands energy. And of course the Queen is at the pinnacle. She's right near the top. Well, she is at the top along with the King. Just a slightly different energy of that element. So she's very much an entrepreneur. This is talking about a creative or entrepreneurial happening or event or idea that came in the past, and it's to do with working on something, pooling your skills with others to create something quite unique, quite different, you know, but very exciting, and it's something that you've been very passionate about here. So this is at the root of it. But for some reason at the moment you're feeling a bit stuck in your mind about things. And the past influences, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Death and Rebirth energy. So yes, in the recent past, this is about something, you know, having to be patient while something grows. You've been working on something, nurturing it, looking after it and tending to it, waiting for it to grow mature. And putting a lot of time and effort into it, and I feel it is whatever this Three of Pentacles is referring to. And so, you know, it's having to be patient and waiting for it to grow. And to clarify, the Death and Rebirth. So something definitely came to an end in the past, but it was a time of transformation. So whatever came to an end in the past allowed the door to open for something new to come in for you. But as with any birth or rebirth, it can be quite a challenging time for things to get going. And that's why we've got the Seven of Pentacles here, just waiting. You know, a lot of hard work being put into growing the pentacles on this tree, but they're not ready yet for harvesting. So, you know, it just carries on, doesn't it? But that's it's all about timing and allowing, being patient, as with temperance coming out right at the beginning, being patient now and being strong within yourself, you know, waiting for things to grow and evolve, and for the way to be clear for you for going forward. So what's on your mind at the moment, Taurus? Well, we have Justice and we have the Five of Cups. So this is what you're thinking about. You're thinking about Justice is a major arcana. It's a Libra energy. There's something about the scales needing to be balanced for you. For some of you, are you feeling that there's some form of an injustice that's happening around you, or has happened, and you're wanting or hoping for the scales to become more balanced now, and that's going to take time? It could be a karmic justice. For some of you, you could be thinking about a legal situation and waiting for an outcome to a legal situation to bring in a sense of justice. But that's just for some of you. But the clarifier is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is very much about being preoccupied with a sense of loss, feeling that something has gone, as you've lost something. In fact, still trying to stop something from draining away, from going. And that's preoccupying your thoughts and your mind. And I feel that's why we had the Eight of Swords right at the heart of your reading. It's this sense of loss, of sadness to do with what's gone, that's keeping you stuck, keeping you preoccupied here. It's to do something to do with finances or business within a family situation. But it's that sense of loss here. But of course, the message of the Five of Cups is there's something far better waiting for you. All is not lost. Some things have had to go. And of course, we saw that with the Death and Rebirth card in the recent past. Something has had to go. Something has had to be let go of. And of course, you know, and here it is. You've had to walk away from something, Taurus. All right, but that's a difficult thing. It's difficult for your heart, for your emotions. But you are thinking about this sense of justice now, and the scales needing to be more balanced, feel things to feel more balanced for you. And that's what you're thinking about. Or you're possibly trying yourself to bring in this this balance, this sense of balance and harmony within the family situation. And that's difficult when you're in a Five of Cups energy. So I think, you know, what the universe is trying to do here is to acknowledge something quite eventful, something quite exciting, but at the same time, a sense of having to leave something behind, I feel. Okay, going forward, Taurus, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Six of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is this is a Pisces energy. But this could also be referring to yourself. It's not gender specific, Taurus. Or it's just purely the energy of the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a very, she works from her heart centre. She's in touch with her emotions, manages her emotions well, but brings her heart forward, brings a lot of love forward to a situation. Very caring and nurturing energy. For myself as a reader, the Queen of Cups is just one step away from the High Priestess. Very connected, universally connected. But going forward, so we have the Queen of Cups energy here, offering her heart, offering her love, whether it's yourself or somebody connected to you, Taurus, but working from your heart center. And the clarifier is the Six of Pentacles. And this is about give and take, sharing, giving and receiving, being able to give and offer what you can, but also being open to receive. We can't deplete our energies, can we? Well, if we're giving, we need to be able to receive also, to keep ourselves replenished. Otherwise, we become no good to ourselves or to anybody else. And we have the symbol of eternity in the background there. So what goes around comes around, and it's very much about give and take, sharing, equality of sharing, equality of energy. And the sharing could be either to do with finances, it could be to do with energy, time, whatever it means for you, Taurus, going forward. And this is what the Queen of Cups is bringing to the table here. She's bringing her time, energy, her love to this situation. Very heartfelt energy here, I feel. There's lots of love here. Lots of love and understanding here, Taurus. So what is it your guides would like to say to you at this time? Okay, we've got the Page of Wands and we have the Seven of Swords. Right. The Page of Wands, again we've got Wands energy on the table here. So the Page of Wands, this is a message or information to do with this exciting offer, exciting opportunity. Something that's right in its early stages, I feel. But it's something that's promising growth and abundance. However, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is very much the thief in the night energy. Somebody being somewhere they shouldn't be, taking what doesn't belong to them. A deceptive energy here. So I'm just wondering whether what your guides want to say, that there's something being offered here. Something being offered, a message of something that's quite exciting. But it's a deception. There's a deceptive energy here. I'm going to get some more information there. I think it's important that we find out a little bit more about what this is, because this is what your guides are wanting to clarify to you, are wanting to tell you. So why is the Page of Wands here and the Seven of Swords for Taurus, please? Why is the Page of Wands here and the Seven of Swords for Taurus? Alright, we have a card that's jumped out and I will have a look at it temporarily. It's the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a financial offer. Something being offered that's promising growth and abundance, I feel. So it's something to do with money, I feel, and finances. That's what this message is coming in. Something that looks very good on paper. Alright, so it's some form of an offer. Let's see, shall we? Why is the Page of Wands here? Seven of Swords. Okay, there it is again. So it's come out right next to the Page of Wands. There we are. And then connected to the Seven of Swords we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is when somebody's walking away, leaving a situation or leaving somebody, walking on. It may be to do with work. Sometimes you can see the man here with his, looks like he's going off to work, but he's having to leave to go off to work. And that's what's causing a separation here. But let's see, shall we? Can we have two more? Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Cups, please. One more. Alright, at the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Pentacles again. And of course we had the Seven of Pentacles here as in the recent past. So we're with it again, just waiting for things to evolve, waiting for things to be ready. So it's being patient and waiting. Okay. Right, so connected to the Page of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is the an offer of, it might be a gift to do with money, an inheritance for some of you. But it's this exciting message to do with an offer, and I feel it's to do with finances in some way. But then we've got the Ten of Swords, and this is grieving over a very painful situation, it feels like a painful loss here. Although when the Ten of Swords comes forward, the swords are starting to lift. So it's not so difficult, not so painful. Alright, so if we move on to look at the Seven of Swords as the clarifier, yes, we have the Eight of Cups, but we also have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is this message being delivered very quickly, information coming in very quickly, to do with some form of a separation, I feel. Somebody having to move on, or somebody moving on looking for the Ninth Cup, which is wish fulfillment. But this feels like this. There's definitely deception here. Somebody's taking something here that doesn't belong to them. And that's what the message is coming in. Somebody moving on, somebody leaving a situation, but there's a deception here. Somebody's taking something that doesn't belong to them here. Remember, this is a general reading, Taurus, so it won't resonate with everybody. I think this is homing in on somebody's story here, because it seems quite specific. I feel whatever this offer is that seems very exciting, I feel it's not to be trusted. I feel it's not to be trusted, Taurus. Because it's on the back of somebody feeling hurt, feeling a sense of loss, grieving over a sense of loss. Grieving over something that's gone. But with the Ten of Swords, as I said before, when it comes forward, it's when the swords are starting to lift. So could it be that this offer is coming from somebody who's suffered a very difficult, painful situation, and that perhaps it's an inheritance, you know? It could well be inheritance. However, because we've got the Seven of Swords connected here, there's some form of deception. But there's a message going to be coming in. And then we have the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is, for me, with this particular Seven of Cups, this is a transformation time. We have the butterfly, and the young lady holding on to the butterfly kite, and taking all her options with her. So I feel this is somebody sort of leaving, taking off, having lots of options and choices, and taking them with her. Right, I'm going to see if I can get some more information about the Queen of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Could we have some more information about the Queen of Cups and the Six of Pentacles going forward for Taurus, please? The Queen of Cups and the Six of Pentacles going forward for Taurus. Two more. Okay, well, at the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody who manages money, that has a lot of money at her or his disposal. It's not gender specific. It could be a business owner. It doesn't have to be. But this is the Queen of Pentacles is at the top of the Pentacles energies. Very grounded, very comfortable. You know, has money or abundance at her disposal here. All right, and then connected to the Queen of Cups, we have the World, and so this is an old cycle completing here, ready for a new cycle going forward. But I feel the old cycle is completing, or has completed, and the new cycle, it's still evolving here with the Seven of Pentacles. It's still growing, it's still evolving, not quite here yet. But the world is a very much a transformation energy, and it's connected to whoever the Queen of Cups is for yourself, Taurus. And the Six of Pentacles, the give and take, the sharing out. We've got the Four of Cups and we have the Two of Swords. So the Four of Cups, this is feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling quite disillusioned and a little bit fed up really about a situation. But the Two of Swords, this is crossed swords. This is almost fighting over a prize here. Conflict. You know, dividing up something that needs dividing, that needs sharing, but there's conflict here, there's crossed swords here. There's a lack of agreement here. And that's something to do with sharing. And although here with the young lady stuck in looking out at the rain, you know, the cups are all full here, but they're outside of the window, so she can't really see them. She can't see what's on offer for her here, because she feels stuck and trapped there in that situation. But there's something here about sharing. There's going to be crossed swords going forward. Something to do with finances, Taurus. This is something to do with finances. All right, okay. Now remember, it's a general reading, Taurus, so it won't resonate with everybody, but I feel whoever this reading is for, you will probably be recognising your situation now. But I'm just going to get two final messages for you from the Sacred Traveller. Could you have two final messages for Taurus, please, to conclude this reading? Two final messages for Taurus, please, to conclude this reading. Right, Taurus, well, we've got answering the call, and this is saying the time is now. And we have begin now, take your first step. All right, so two messages very, very similar. Answering the call. So at the minute, things look a little bit bleak, a little bit barren, but you just got to go a little bit further, open the gate, and go through the gate there, the door. And there's where your utopia or your abundance is waiting for you. Excuse me. But it's saying the time is now. It's time now to take that journey, to take those steps, to go through that door now, to where your future waits for you. And yes, begin now. Take your first step. Take your first step on this journey. Now, whether it's yourself having to leave and go off on your journey, you know, and go off with the goodwill of others, or whether it's you having to wave somebody on who has to leave to find their fortune, if you like. It's interesting that we have two cards that are very similar here. So the Eight of Cups, which is somebody leaving, looks like they're leaving to find their fortune or to go to work. And we have a similar picture here. Somebody having to leave to go to work, perhaps, or to find their fortune, or to go off on their adventures. You know, it's been something different for all of you. But that's interesting. And also we had walking away, didn't we, right at the very beginning? Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. Good luck going forward, And until next time, bye bye for now.